Welcome to the GASPI tutorial. This is the first part, installing GPI. My name is Valeria Bartsch and I'm working at Fraunhofer ITWM. GPI has been developed at our institute. It is a communication API for the development of scalable, asynchronous and fault-tolerant parallel applications. It is an implementation of the GASPI standard. In this tutorial, I will show you how to install GPI-2 and run a Hello World program to test the installation. First of all, you have to download the software, and you go to the URL gpi-site.com and hit the download button. When you download for the first time, you will be asked to give some information about how you use the software. You can also skip this step and download straight away. I saved the file right now, and I can find it on the login node of my local cluster. In order to install, I untar the tarball. I go into the main directory of GPI, and I can see that there's an installation script install.shell. This installation script has the following options. One can see a path where to install, a path to the offered installation, which you need to have if you've got an InfiniBand cluster anyway. And with this installation script, you can install the software. So what you can see is that it's building GPI, then it's building a test suite with which you can test the installation at the end and do the first steps probably with GPI. And then it creates a documentation. What you can see now is that the installation has finished successfully. So now I'm going to start a batch job on 4 machines. To run GPI-2, you will need a passwordless secure shell between the nodes. So what you have got now is that it runs on 4 nodes with 2 processes per node. In order to run, I need a machine file. This batch system provides an environment variable which gives me exactly the output that I need for the machine file, but you might want to have a look to see what is in there, so I'm going to show you the expected output. What you can see is a list of the nodes in questions, and if you've got more than 1 process per node, you would repeat this node name. I want to run the Hello World program, and I show you quickly how it looks like. The C file can be found in the main directory of GPI in tutorial/code/basic. The program first initializes the processes. This is done with GASPI proc init. Then it gets the ranks of the current instance with GASPI proc rank and the total number of ranks with GASPI proc num. Finally, it prints out the rank number of the process and the total number of ranks. This is done with the printf command. All executables which are compiled in GASPI or GPI will be executed with the GASPI run command. So this is quite an important command, and I would like to take the opportunity to show the different options of GASPI run. So you could run with the -b option a different binary on the master node, and this could act like a master to other processes, for example. With the -N option, you can enable NUMA for the processes on the same node. For example, if a node has 4 NUMA sockets, you can run 4 processes and each process will work on a different socket. And you've got the small n option. And with this option, you can start as many processes as you want. For example, you use a machine file, but use only partly the processes. This can be useful, for example, for scalability test. And then, of course, you have the debugging mode with -d. I start GASPI run without any of the mentioned options. And I just specify the machine file and the path to the Hello World executable, which you have to compile, of course, first. So you specify the machine file and you run the executable. I can see that I can get Hello World from rank X out of 8 ranks, and that is what I expected. What you probably think is that you would get the rank numbers ordered, so you could get Hello World from rank 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is not the case, and this is actually a feature of GASPI, because you will get the rank which finishes first. So in this example it's rank 1 and then rank 7. I could run now a few more tests, for example from the tutorial code or the test suite, but I leave it up to you to do so and get familiar with GPI. I want to give you a few more information about GPI though. GPI is a free-to-use non-commercial software if you run non-commercial applications and you run on an InfiniBand network. For commercial applications or the usage on Crane networks, you would need a commercial license. You can follow the development of GPI on the GitHub repository. This is at the URL github.com/cc-itwm/GPI-2. And here you can find the up-to-date code. You can post questions in the Google group GPI2-users. This is the end of the tutorial, which was about the installation of GPI. I want to thank you for your attention, and for more information you can go to gpi-site.com.